Hello everybody. We are recording. This is going to be intro to Orion. I will do a relatively quick preview of everything in the app, and then we can talk about it, ask questions. People can ask questions during if they like, and if I notice it, or if Julio sees it and wants to bring my attention to it, we can do it. But yeah, so this is it. This is the app. I will go from the simple stuff through to the fancy stuff. I think a lot of people maybe have already seen videos or heard things about it, but if you haven't, I will have to remind myself how I should introduce it. It is a, AI search engine for your own library. So for sound effects editors, the text prompt is up here. So this is a pre-ingested 3 terabyte library but when you use your own library, you need to drop your library in and do the ingest, which is a separate topic we can discuss. But this is a pre-ingested library, which is just here. So the left column, this is all the files in the library. I kind of call this like the sound miner column. You guys should be able to hear. Yeah, I can hear it, so I'm pretty sure you can hear it. Julia will shout if you can't. So this left column is just files, and you can do normal file search, whatever, explosion, and it will just do the normal thing. But let's immediately go one step further. Or let's say we've got, what shall I search for? I'm just going to look for some random stuff. This is not too pre-prepared. Cartoon door. Or just find something interesting. Okay, so I've got this sound. Now the app, what the app does is it listens through your entire library and it analyzes and chunks it all up. So this thing on the bottom is one file, but it's chunked it up into separate pieces, and each of those pieces is analyzed for sound and for other things. But what you can do is you can say, this sound, I like this, but give me other things that sound the same. So I'm going to do a command click on it to search for it. So that is the main function of the app in one done. We could leave the demo here, but so that gave us in the second column results. To our heart's content based on sonic similarity. So that's why this column is called sonic similarity. It is chunks rather than files. So this is individual chunks, individual golden nuggets that sound the same as whatever you're searching for. So, and if you browse through these sounds and you find something, let's not do an explosion just because it's so uncultured. Let's do. I'm just trying to think of anything. Dog, so boring, but that shows you how unoriginal I am. Just messing around here. Dog howling. Okay, dog howling. So other sounds of dog howling. And the color, obviously the color, the hotness of the color is how similar. So you get the same original sound at the top often, which is burning red, which means it's the same sound, and then it descends down into less and less similar as you go down. So if you find something you like, you say, oh yeah, I'm listening to that kind of thing. You can just do another sonic search. So you can refine the search. You can say, okay, let's go into this area. So I just clicked again on the result. So that idea of a journey of going through the sounds for similarity. So you can always just move forward for more and more. These are loud sounds. What do we got? Just randomly. A dog galloping. So I'm going to do the AI search for that. So we want more galloping sound. Great. So this is not based on metadata or text or anything. This is all just sound. And you can always, as I say, you can always do the command click is like the AI search click. You can always keep moving forward for similarity until you refine what you want. So that's what we call sonic similarity. You can do these clever little things here, like just give me things that are less than 10 seconds. So it just gives you short bits. or take it, or give you, you can say you can filter out short bits or long bits. I'm going to leave that alone, and you could filter these results that it's given you. So these are all like foot galloping sounds. You can do a little text filter in there, so horse. Now, so that is a text filter if you know for sure that you only want to include things like that have the name horse. So that's available. I'm just going to clear that out. So yeah, the sonic similarity, that is the foundational sort of thing that the app does. But and I hope that people can realize straight away the power of that for just searching around for things. Let's go through to the next thing, which is called language similarity. So this left column that I've called the sound miner column, if you just type, Jesus, of course my brain is so empty when I'm thinking about sounds, and I've got dozens of sound designers at the end of the line who can't unmute. Dishwasher, my favorite example. Dishwasher, great. So that's things that match in their text or in their description. You can press D to toggle to the descriptions. Just pure text match if you want to do that. But language similarity, all of the names of the files and the descriptions are analyzed by a kind of a mini language model. And so this language similarity is things that are like dishwasher in language terms only. So, you know, the good example is seaside. If you type seaside, this list will only give you things that happen to say seaside in the title, which maybe is not a well-used word. But the language similarity list is giving us water, seashore, birds. So that's a great one, just if you want, if you want ideas, desert, who knows, what it's going to give you. But that's language, language kind of thesaurus, sort of can give you ideas of a starting point. And then as soon as you find something, go back to the seaside one. So there's a normal text search, normal text matches here, similar language similarity matches here. As soon as you find something that you like, okay, the water, then just do a sonic search on that by command clicking, bang. So we're taking this journey again. We're finding things that are linguistically like seaside and then doing sound alike to get to here. These are your waters, and again, you find something, you find the flavor you like, you just do another search. So we go to that kind of water sounding thing. So that's language similarity as a starting point. On the left side of the app is characteristics, which are kind of like presets, but they're not necessarily individual sounds. So you can use them as starting points. Like if I type, let me see here, bird. I'm going to do a search for bird. That just takes you to birds. So that's sort of just like a sound preset, but you can use multiple. You can combine these characteristics to search by multiple facets. So I can do, if I do just water and I search for that, I'm now searching for water sounds. But if I do water and LF, I'm now asking it to give me LF as in bassy, as in low frequency water sounds, and I'm doing a search. So it's now searching, you'll see up here, it tells you what the current search date is. I'm now searching for LF and water. So low frequency water. Excellent. First result was very, very good. Low frequency water. Superb. I'll do high frequency water. So that's like, and you can add things to these characteristics. This can expand, and we can the community can kind of create new characteristics. So a funny one is I like to do bell distortion music. So I want to find distorted bell music, let's say. Search for that. So that's a three-way, searching for bell, distortion, and music. Sorry if that's too loud. That's loud in my ears. And you've got potential of, I'm challenging myself here, but reverb with explosion. Reverb is, works sometimes. It's pretty tricky because reverb is hard to hear in some of these sounds if they're busy. Yeah, so it's recognized the reverb tail there, and explosion. It's finding these sounds that have kind of these impacts. So this characteristics list, and the characteristics, I'm using the characteristics list there as like a starting off point, but you actually can filter a pre-existing search. So let me say seaside ambience, and I'm using the language Similarity. I'm going to do a sonic search on that ambience to give me this kind of nice windy water. And then you can say, you can toggle these modes. You can say don't search anymore. See, I'm turning that on and off. You can say don't search, just sort and color. So now I'm looking at a set of results which are sonic similarities to the seashore, and I'm going to say please filter them by how birdy they are. So I'm using the characteristics now as a refining filter, not as a new search, because I've turned off the search button. So bird. So let's see. I'm making this up as I go along. This is now the same set of results. So you see this is split at the top. It says now search by seashore. So it's searching for the sound of seashore, but it's sorting it by birdiness, whatever that might be. Yeah, okay. Very birdy. Instead, let's sort it by cityness. So I'm still doing the sort click rather than the search click. Cityness. So this is now seashore, but with city in it. Yeah, you know, as I say, I didn't pre-plan these. I'm discovering it with you as I try them out. So a groan. What are you saying, Julio? Groan. Yeah. What do you want me to do? Search for. No, it's all right. I'll continue. Hopefully people are understanding. Let me see. I'll have a quick note. Shall I look at the? If I look at the chat, I'm just worried that I disturb the video, that I want to move fast. I want to move fast as an introduction, so I won't pause on the chats now, but I will just keep moving for people who don't have loads of time. The AAX plugin, you can already see it. So down here, AAX plugin from Pro Tools. So this is super cool. Let's imagine that this is your AAF temp sounds, and you've got the stuff that came in just in an AAF. We all know it. And you're like, okay, that's my temp sound. I want to find stuff in my library that sounds like that. All you've got to do is press send, bang, done. Although I should change it to search mode, just to be clear, because I now sorted and colored by that thing, which is not fair. So I'm going to just click again to send the search again. Search, there you go. I turned on search, so I went back into kind of new search mode. So I pressed send and it immediately just did the search. It sends the original sound into this buffer and it gives me similarities. That's the exact same sound as it happens. So that's replacing temp effects. I mean, let me just pick another one. Crash metal. Okay, boom, send, boom. So, you know, extremely fast searching in your library for temp effects, which, you know, one day we can actually automate that. Just automate replacing all these with something from your library. But I'd like to probably think that you want to decide for yourself. Flamethrower, send, boom, flamethrower. Whatever. And you want to filter it, I don't know. Let's filter it by distortion. And let's take things that are not distorted. So this is distorted flamethrower matches. But let's go to the bottom. So these are now not distorted. Probably all distorted, aren't they? In truth. But that's something you can do. You can go to the opposite of what you're searching for. Yeah, I mean, you know, the ones at the top are extremely distorted, so be it. Yeah, so that is the AAX plugin. Again, it just speaks for itself. I think it's very, very clear how useful it is. Just searching for sounds. It's pretty simple. Okay, so the magic search. So on top of let's go to the next level up. Not just sonic searches for sound alike, but your library is also analyzed for the meaning of things, basically like the text and the audio combined. So if you say, I don't want the word, let's say you're looking for a sad monster. Sad monster is now a cliche. You're looking for the sound for a sad monster. If you type sad monster as text, okay, you get this one thing, and you might get some things from the label in language similarity, sure. But if I do it again with Command Enter, which is the magic version of search, now it is, oh, again, I'm not in search mode. That will trick you if you're not careful. Just going to do it once more, making sure I'm staying in search mode. Good, that was easy to forget. That was now searching for the sound of sad monster, and I should let it speak for itself. So you can do give me the sound of this, which is just incredibly useful starting point. Give me the sound of magic sparkles. I'll do a few of these because they are so fun. Give me the sound of magic sparkles. Command Enter, bang. Doesn't matter what it's labeled. Give me, I don't know, what am I supposed to give me the sound of angry mob. Remember, as soon as you get one anywhere like what you want, you should do a sonic search on it to go to the similarities that are all like that. Again, I feel like I want to take suggestions, but there's probably loads of messages coming in. I feel bad that I'm not. Angry mob. What's sound of happy baby. Lovely. Because it's feeding, I guess it's happy. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. That's like the sort of the big sort of function there, which we call magic search, because not sure of a better name for it. That is the sound of anything you want. The sound of a empty metal basement. I'm just crazy stuff here, just random. Pretty cool. I'm not a sound designer, but I'm going to say that's a kind of good starting point. So yeah, I will keep moving because we can circle back around with questions. Complex text prompt, yeah, you can do like again, I'm going to struggle with my empty creative brain here, but you can do like bang, sound of, so the sound of the vague idea of a bang. And you can combine different things with commas. So bang, metal. Now, obviously, metal, it's probably the same as typing metal bang, but just so you know, there is this combined sort of multiple... Yeah, so sure, I could have typed metal bang, but that's the idea of bang and the idea of metal merged together as a combined idea. And you can do minus... you can do bang metal minus ringy. I don't know, is it going to work? Yeah, so I did a random one just to show that I'm just making this up as I go along. But you can do, so you can add ideas and negate ideas. What do I have? Huge metal bang, not band. Hard attack is a combination we did at the demo. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. A huge metal bang with a hard attack. Yeah, so the prompts is a whole world of combinations that can be done. Characteristic search. Yeah, the sonic universe over here on the right. This thing, which you may have been noticing, this is whenever you search for anything. I'm just clicking around doing searches. It draws this sort of 2D map, which is a mirror of the results from the sonic similarity list. So you can see this white circle moving around. It's the purpose of it is if people think more visually, you can you can navigate around, and this map is clustered by different types of similarity. It's very abstract, but it's a representation of the AI analysis, which is vastly multidimensional, trying to sort of show you different clusterings, whereas the main list is just the most similar and then in order. As you go down the list through like less similar, it's actually all sorts of different types of similarity. It could be more rhythmically similar, tonally similar, similarity of pitch, all different things. So they're all just flattened into one list here. But this tries to group them separately. So what should we do for fun? Violin. The sound of violin. Okay. So, and you press tab, you can go full screen and you can navigate around this thing and you can zoom in. So over here we've got, it's kind of like, you know, for some reason it sounds this kind of like banjo-y sounds, and over here, tuning sounds. See, some of these clusters might be certain pitches. It's very abstract. It's just sort of an abstract, almost like a randomizer where you can just say, oh, I'm going to look for something a bit different. I'm going to go over here and look for something that it doesn't sound like any of the other ones. So you can, that's useful. And you can do the search from here. So as soon as you click on something, you can just press Command and make a new one. So that's an interesting little tool. And you can do, you can light up some names to help navigate, some names to show you where you are. And you can light up UCS predictions, Universal Category System. It attempts to just predict what the category of these sounds are, nothing to do with whether they're actually labeled. So that can just sort of help you navigate slightly. Musical stinger, chorale. So yeah, you know, that can be fun. Yeah, musical brass, musical string, that's kind of working. Very experimental that, but that's cool. Yeah, so and then next, Dimitri, the live audio search. So, you know, the natural next step from searching for similarity is, hey, let's just record our voices and find similarities. So let me do, I'm going to record my own voice. I hope it's plugged in. Ha 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 ha. So that's a recording of me. Ha 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 ha. And I'm going to command click on it as another magic search. Boom. I'll do whatever. I'll do claps. Search. Butt spank. Or I'll knock on the table. Search for that. Whatever. Or this is a funny one. I'm going to shout. Ah! Not be too loud. Search for that. Ah! So that, yeah, so you can record your voice and find stuff, which is so fun. It is extremely fun game. Like, I don't know, you want to try and sound like a cow. Moo. See, it hears me as a person. Oh. 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 It's heard it too human. So we are working on trying to dehumanize the search. That's a whole area of research for us. So we can convert your performance into a more generic thing. That would be amazing. But let me show you how to do that with the prompt. Let's try. So you can the prompt I showed you before. You can do these special ones. You can do live, which is the sound of the live record. So let's do the sound of the live record minus human. I don't know. I didn't try this before. I have not experimented to find something clever. So the original sound. The sound of that. Give me the sound of that minus human. that was pretty good. That's a good success. I'm happy about that. And how about if I do this? So laughing, as we saw before. But how about if I do live and then baby? I want to convert myself into a baby. Search. There, so you can convert yourself, or I want to convert rawr, but I'm not scary enough. So live, but then a monster. The monster, augment me with more monsterness, please. Yeah, it's working pretty well. I'm pretty happy. Anything could have happened with these recordings because you never know how much person it's going to hear in your voice and how much it's going to find other things. But yeah, this is incredible for just, doing adaptions on the input recording. So text search, language similarity search, magic search, characteristics, sonic similarity, sonic universe, the live record. There's all sorts of little things you can. Obviously, we've got a basic vary speed if you need it. It's not quite sound minor level, but one day it will be. You have to restart the playback. That's the only thing. Reversing. And all that, all those usual things. I mean, we're adding more and more and more stuff. Normally, the requests come in there to make it more like sound minor, so that's fine. I understand. So you have the history of your search here. So I searched for that violin thing. Can I just rerun that? So violin tune, go back to that search. That's there. We have already played this little dot. I can't remember the shortcut, but clear played. There it is, Command Y. And we have a basic flagging. A lot of things are in development. What is this? Yeah, if you want to, you can. There's just this custom flagging thing, which is quite basic for now, but it will remember that until you do clear flagged. So that can be useful. Revealing Finder. You can add sounds as characteristics. You can add sounds as prompts, all sorts of stuff. But I'll take that as a good, quick run through and start